Hey, my people, welcome to another edition of random stuff. I mean, this is just random stuff. You know, I usually don't do politics. I mean, I hardly do politics. But then, of course, it's a political season coming ahead of us in 2024, and the legendary campaigns have begun already. So I just ran into one of these presidential candidates, Kofi Akpaloo of LPG. Where did I run into him? I went to Kumasi for a funeral, and then I went to a church, PIWC, Asokwa, and he was there as a guest, and it was like a children's day or something. So they did a lot of children's stuff, and then at the tail end of the service, he was invited to come and greet the church. And as a politician as he is, you know, he would take advantage of it. So he decided to talk about children, and so he wanted to just put out like, this is my policy for children. And he said it, that look, when it comes to power, he's going to make sure that there will be children's benefit. There's going to be children's benefit for every parent that has got children, that probably even is not working, in fact, even including those of us who are working, that he's going to give children's benefit to every parent to take care of their children. And to him, when he does that, it will inject some money into the system. And then when that money revolves, it will cause businesses to grow, it will cause the economy to boom. So he said that he's going to use children's benefit to bring money into the system to cause the economy to boom. So I asked him, boss, politician, where are you going to get the money from? This is what we usually don't ask politicians. Say, how are you going to come up with that money? Your man told me he's got everything set, all the documents and everything. There's a document to cover how he's going to generate this money, but he doesn't have those figures to tell me now. He doesn't have, he can't tell it to me now. I mean, typical politician. So let's go and listen to him and let's hear what he said.
Go ahead. When I become president, every child below 18 years will receive child benefit every month, like it's done elsewhere in Europe and America.
Yes.
I have that experience because my kids were all born in Europe, and they've been receiving this support every month. And it goes all the way to support the economy by stimulating demand activities in the economy. So that's why we want to do that, because we believe that most businesses are suffering because there's no money circulating in the economy. So if you're able to circulate money, it will create jobs and it will create wealth in our economy. That is the more reason why LPG government and the Kofi Akpaloo will introduce child benefits.
Okay, so the question we always ask is, the politicians, how are you going to get the money to do that? Because, that's a question we Africans don't ask. And so it always comes back to that. We don't ask the politicians, how are you going to get the money to that? Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of
money.
money.
Have you calculated how many children are we talking about? Where are we going to get the money?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if you have 50 million kids, it doesn't matter. What matters is that all the monies will go into the economy to help the economy to grow. You see, the reason why we are suffering and we are collecting more taxes from our people is that we are not generating enough in the system. We have to help people to make it so that they can pay money back to the state. But if people are not working, people who are staying home, they are not doing anything, you can't expect them to pay anything. That is why we have about 56% taxes and all those kind of stuff. And still, the government is not getting enough. So it's about using the brain. It's a brain work. We're going to use the brain to turn things around and make Ghana a better place. The money is not a problem. Monies are created within. You see, we don't inherit money, we create money. So you have to sit down and look into the economy and see what you can put together to make people become productive and then be working. When you wake up in the morning and you go around, you see most of our young men and women, able men and women staying at home. They are not doing anything because businesses are not doing well. This is one of the factors why we are not doing well in the economy. Put money in the system, and then the money will go and revolve around. Once it revolves, businesses will be doing well, and then they can pay back the money.
So do you have any estimate in your mind in terms of how much it's going to cost us to be able to give such benefits to children?
Yeah. Oh yes, we do.
What are the estimates?
Yeah, but I can't give you the figures here because if you have asked me, I would have given you the figures because I didn't know I'm going to meet you. You have everything documented. So hey, my people, so you heard him. The man says that he's going to give us, our children, a lot of money. So we should prepare if we make him president. So maybe if you are interested in that, then he's your man. Go and vote for him. But know that when we ask him the question, how are you going to get the money? He said that, well, he wasn't prepared. Now I would have thought that as somebody who's going to
be president, and you started announcing, nobody forced you to announce your policy, you have announced the policy, you should have the figures and everything that is going to go with it in terms of how that money is going to be generated and how that money is going to come. You should have it ready. I mean, that for me, that's what it is. But hey, he says we can reach out to him later and he's going to give us that money. He's going to give us, that information. Guys, I'm going to make sure that I pin him down and for him to tell us how he's going to generate that money to then give our children some benefits. Here is where I end this random political, presentation. So if you think you are interested in children's benefits, he's your man.